All right, we're back.
We're also here.
We're here. Our first
now.
2 unaired episodes were so successful that we've upgraded to a studio.
Yeah, we got enough money from our unaired episodes to purchase this lovely studio.
We're still talking about Argylle.
Yep.
I think this is a separate episode because we're still talking about Argylle.
I truly do think that there's a curse on us that's making us talk about Argylle forever.
We also, in this version, in this iteration, this timeline, did not talk about the Argylle toys, I don't think, did we?
No, we didn't. So the Argylle toys are in this movie. They look like, we talked about how they look like either the Gorillas, like the band, or they look like the MF Doom, like action figures. And Carter's probably going to put a picture of these when he edits this, because he will be.
$169 US.
I could buy lunch for a month.
Oh my God.
I could.
Add to cart. The greater the spy, the bigger the lie. From the makers of the Kingsman franchise comes Argylle, a mind-blowing spy thriller. As portrayed in the movie, Mighty Jax presents you with the Argylle movie collectibles, 8 meticulously designed and crafted collectibles. Are they collectibles?
So it's everybody.
Oh my God, Samuel L. Jackson's figurine is so cool.
Wait, is there a Dua Lipa one? There is.
Oh my God. So Samuel L. Jackson's figurine, very aptly, is holding a glass of red wine.
Yes,
which
he is.
Safe to assume is Pinot Grigio.
Yes, as he monologues about for 2 minutes in France on his vineyard.
He's laying low, so he owns a vineyard in France.
Yeah, which, by the way, he's also the former head of the CIA. I don't know if we mentioned that, but Samuel L. Jackson is the former head of the CIA. So
Which we know because they go to meet him, and Sam Rockwell's character is like, this is Alfred, I assume
This is
Simmons.
Alfie.
Alfie.
And it's like, Alfie like my cat? And it's
Like my
oh
cat,
yeah, your
'cause her
cat's
name is-
name's Alfie.
Is named Alfie.
It's like Alfred Simmons or something
And she's
like
like,
that.
what? Alfred Simmons? As in the former head of the CIA?
It's ridiculous. He lives in a man cave in France. He lives in a man cave that's decorated like a Hooters. There's framed basketball jerseys lining all of the walls. There's not a blank spot on any of the walls. And a giant projector screen TV on which he watches March Madness while he's trying to take down the government from France.
And everyone has the biggest TVs.
Everyone has the biggest TVs, and the rooms are so decorated.
When we see Richard E. Grant, he's typing on his computer, which is not a computer. It's a keyboard and then a giant screen to the right of him.
There's 4 giant monitors.
And it's a
It's
screen
like a wall. And it's so nuts.
It's for word processing, though. He has one that's just text lines.
Yeah. It's just... they were well, they all have to look different. He has to look like he's doing something. Let's just throw a Word document up there, maybe.
One is just for mug shots of people.
Yeah, to look at them for motivation.
It's like my dad's
I gotta get this guy.
iPad. It's just its accessibility settings are set to the largest view possible.
It's
While
perfect.
he's
now
typing,
I know who
it's
I'm looking
reading
for.
to him.
I know who I'm looking for now.
Described video.
It's Argylle and the TikTok voice.
Oh my God.
But no, we mentioned Samuel L. Jackson because
Pinot Grigio.
And Pinot Grigio and his monologue, because he talks about wine metaphors for 2 minutes, and he's like, do you ever notice why the wine in Greece is different than our wine in France in our vineyards? And I'm like, I don't know, Uncle Sam, why? And he says the brilliant line, which is probably our favorite, which is, you can't judge a grape until you know what it's been through, I believe, is the line. I wrote it down.
It's insane. And so
you can't know what a grape is until you know what it's been through, which is awesome. I want it tattooed on my body. This is happening.
I might do it.
You might do it.
A bunch of grapes and then that quote.
It's cursive, Olive Garden-ish font, and it's they're going down the grapes. Argylle, what's the soundtrack for Argylle if you watch it on mute? Maybe the 007 GoldenEye NES soundtrack, or not NES, that soundtrack for the game. Maybe that could work.
Yeah, it's definitely
Or that song in Beetlejuice.
Like I like it's like Charles Aznavour. If you don't know who that is, you're not French. But like Charles Aznavour.
I'm sure most people
Most
don't know
people
who
don't
that
know
is.
There's a movie that just came out called Aznavour about Charles Aznavour's life. No one cares, but if you're French, you do. You're like, oh my God, my parents listen to Charles. He's like Frank Sinatra, but for French people.
He's French Sinatra.
Yeah, he's French Sinatra.
Yeah.
Holy crap. That is what they should have named the Aznavour movie, is French Sinatra.
Oh
my God.
I should do this. This is what
That's
I'm
a
gonna do.
great rap name. It's like French Montana.
French Montana will do an album called French Sinatra. That's on my 2025 predictions. It's happening. That's my full predictions.
Didn't he date Khloe Kardashian?
Probably. I don't know.
Stay on topic.
No. No. So should you see this movie?
Yes, if you don't value your time.
Yes.
I think is the right answer.
Short answer is no one should ever
See
watch
this.
this movie.
Long movie it's a spectacle, and it is it feels like a specimen, and it feels like everyone should see this to experience what it is.
Yeah. All right. And now we're gonna pitch a movie. Do we have 4 minutes to pitch this movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Elevator pitch 2.
2. This is
So,
our next movie that needs to be made.
This is the reason why we started doing this bit, was for this. He told me about this in grade 10, and I've told this story to my mom 4 times probably.
All right.
And I want to hear about this pitch.
So you know how they like remake movies, but for like a black audience? Like Love Don't Cost a Thing is Can't Buy Me Love starring Nick Cannon?
It is.
So I think they should make Home Alone, but call
For a
it
black audience.
For a black audience. Home Alone for a black audience. Here it is.
It's called that. No, it's not.
It's called Forgot About Dre. So
And you need to hear him out because this is awesome.
Dr. Dre decides to take his whole extended family on a vacation.
Yes.
So he invites
big old like mansion cottage thing. Very Daddy's Home 2-esque, I'm assuming.
So he invites all of his brothers and his sisters over, and all of like the uncles are like,
they want to be cool with Dre.
yeah,
They
they're
wanna
like,
be
and
in.
it's like Mike Epps and like Nick Cannon and like
Yep.
the cast of like The Wood, so like Taye Diggs.
Yeah. Like anyone who's been on Wild 'N Out recently, like, is in this movie.
They're all like the uncles, and then they've named all of their kids Dre
or Andre, or some variant
to like
of that.
be cool
because
with
they want to
Dr.
be in
Dre.
with like the hit cool rich like producer.
So then that scene in like Home Alone where they count all the kids and like the neighbor kid shows up and they get like the wrong count. They do that, but all the kids are named Andre or Dre.
So there's like Dre,
So
Dre,
it's
Dre,
Dre,
yeah,
Dre,
yeah, yeah.
Andre, 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 Dre, 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 Andrea, 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 and like. So then they leave, but they forget one Dre.
The youngest.
The youngest
who is,
Dre.
I think we have called him Little Dre.
Lil
many
Dre.
times, Lil Dre.
And he like wears headphones all the time, so he didn't hear them
They're
doing
be-
the
and
roll
they are
call.
beats, yes.
He
They
makes
are
his
always
own
beats.
beats, but he's too shy to tell anyone
Because he's so little.
because he's so little.
He's probably like 7. We'll
Yeah.
say 7. It's probably the oldest.
And so then the crooks break into the house, and they're like trying to rob.
Who's playing the crooks? I feel like it should be Key and Peele. So that's what my pitch. It's Key and Peele are the Wet Bandits.
Yes,
That's my
absolutely.
pitch. It's
Yes.
Key and Peele
I
are the
am,
Wet
I am
Bandits.
fully on board.
And they're
with
wearing
that.
like the wigs from the like East West Bowl videos.
And then Daniel Stern will show up at the end, and he'll be like the old man who hits one of them with a shovel.
Yes,
but
yes,
like he won't
yes.
hit them with a shovel. He'll hit them with like a gold record plaque, right?
Yes.
Like I'll
Or,
shatter.
alternatively, it's Samuel L. Jackson because he's gotta be here. He has to show up. No, he should be like Tim Curry in Home Alone 2, where Samuel L. Jackson like is
Or
running
like-
the resort that they're
Like
going to.
Scatman Carruthers in like The Shining when he shows up and he gets hit with the axe. Like that'll be Samuel L. Jackson. He'll just
But the best, this is the important part of the ending of this movie. He makes a beat on Dre's computer, right? Because he's like a whiz kid, right?
He's a whiz
so
kid,
good.
yeah.
He's got so much rhythm. He's got the craziest beats. And he like accidentally emails it to Eminem. And Eminem, when Dre gets back, it's like, oh my God, thank God you're okay, or whatever, and goes to look at his stuff, he gets an email back from Eminem, and he's like, this beat is crazy, Dre, like, I'm trying to get on this. And he's like, who made this beat? And my favorite part is the ending, you described as, it punches in on Little Dre, and he goes, and then at the end, it's a beat of like Jingle Bells trap remix of some sort, like
Yeah,
hip hop.
yeah.
Hip hop Santa Claus is coming to town, and the credits roll and it's Forgot About Dre.
Yeah.
It's the best.
So
we will be selling this for
Yeah.
anyone who wants to buy the rights to Forgot About Dre. We're asking at least 40 mil.
Yeah,
at
yeah, yeah.
least.
Like,
just for the script.
We'll put up a Kickstarter if there's more than like 30 viewers.
We'll call Dre.
So please.
We'll email Dre our beats, and Eminem will get back to us.
The cast in this movie is going to be expensive for Dre, M, Mike Epps, Nick Cannon.
I would
Sam
I
Jackson.
would personally like DC Young Fly to be a part of this.
Yes, please.
DC Young Fly, who
Yes,
I love.
if he can take a break from squares. All right, we gotta go. I have a meeting in 3 minutes.
And I have nothing to do.